The ritual was successful, and the desertification has stopped for now. You've done admirably.
However, a new possibility should soon appear before you. New and old acquaintances alike await you within, Stock.
Now, use the White Chronicle to travel the timelines once more. Write a new end to this story.
Okay. Now include the standard and alternate histories in append mode. Next, you will gain access to an additional timeline of possible histories. A summary of the story will review the events leading up to the possible histories. This covers events from the prologue through standard history chapter 1. There will be no battles, so take this time to focus on the story's finer details. Hey, based. The continent of Van Cure is turning to stand. Stock bearing the White Chronicle must end it. However, there is another who is working to halt the process of desertification as well. When the two cross paths, a new possibility for the future is created before them. Oh, we're like doing this right now? Okay. Prologue Daydream. Stock, Randy, and Marco receive a mission from Heiss and depart towards Laswell Hills. But just as they're about to leave the city, Roshk appears.
Alistel's very survival rests on my shoulders. I can't fail. I won't.
I hear you. That's the way things are, I guess. The mission is everything. That's one thing us military folk actually agree on with the SI. By the way, I'm sorry if what I said spooked you.
Yes, the thing that you said very recently, I remember.
I just had to warn you.
I appreciate the concern. Honestly. But I'll be alright.
Yes, I remember exactly what you were saying.
Allow me to prove just how wrong your intuition can be.
I guess this is after he told us not to join SI, and we said, nah, fuck you.
I hope you do. This time, I wouldn't mind being wrong. Well, I should be getting back. Lieutenant General Raoul summoned me. Stock, don't die out there, okay?
I won't.
Excuse me, Stock. Shall we be heading out?
Hold up. You know that guy?
Yeah. He's my best friend.
Wow. That arm of his is really something, by the way. Fake, yeah?
It's Thaumatek. It might be artificial, but he can move it just as well. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be
I
seeing
remember
more of him
this.
later. Come on, let's go.
Looks like it's gonna rain. Is today the day I find him?
Okay, so this is where you're from. Because I honestly completely forgot about this lady because she's in the anime opening. And it wasn't until, it was maybe a few videos ago, I just kind of let the game run on the main screen while I went to go like make coffee or something and came back and there was like this lady and I'm like, oh yeah, there was this lady supposed to be in the game and she never showed up, and also she's on the picture over here on the overlay. Her head's kind of cut off, but Standard History Chapter 1 to Granorg. So alright, I guess we'll keep doing this until it, like, lets me have control. Because we actually haven't even saved the game yet. So, Stock, who has chosen to stay under Heiss, is given a mission to head toward Granorg to meet up with Randy and Marco. Stock begins a search through the city of Alistel. Next destination is Granorg. Infiltrating enemy territory, I think it's safe to assume this is an important mission. Depending on how things go, it may lead to an end to the war. No, that's too much to think about right now. First, we need to meet the agent near the bridge at Laswell Hills. I should get Randy and Marco. Where are they?
I finally found you.
Creep.
There's no mistaking the feel of ancient magic. Yep, an A+.
I will flick you on your forehead, little lady. Ancient magic. Could she tell I used the right chronicle?
May I chat with you a bit?
Who is she?
Hello?
Whoever she is, I need to find out how much she knows.
I'd appreciate knowing who you are before we speak.
Oh my, you're right. I guess I get an F in manners, huh?
Oh, is that going to be a thing? She's a little strange.
My name is Nemesia. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Big Hat. Your name is now Hat Lady.
I'm studying the continent of Vancor's history, and the central topic of my research is the Fallen Empire.
So, you're a historian, huh? What could a scholar like yourself want with a soldier?
Well, you were just using ancient magic, weren't you?
Magic? I don't know what you're talking about.
Only magic I know is fire.
Sorry, wrong answer. You can play the dunce, but you can't school a scholar. I'm a historian after all. I know these things. Now, let me guess. You just so happen to have a relic left behind by the Lost Empire.
You're also talking about the White Chronicle. Is it that old?
Well, true or false?
Sorry, but I'm not obliged to tell you that.
That's precisely what someone would say if they did have it. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Or like, I don't know. Maybe what we'll do is we'll have, this will have been the start of a new video, and we'll just end the last video. Like when this new stuff started. Because I don't know how long this is going to go on for, and I really want to save before I stop playing the game.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Now, are we done here?
I mean, I guess I could make a save state, but save states on the 3DS emulator are slightly unstable, so I don't even want to risk it.
My, aren't you obstinate? I guess you get an F. Too bad. I suppose that's all the time we have for today. But take note, because this is going to appear on your test. Sink or swim, the owner of such a relic is fated to be swallowed by the swelling tides of history.
The tides of history? Does she know about Historia too?
I'm certain we'll meet again somewhere. Or perhaps somewhen. We'll talk more there. Or then.
Gonna be honest, she kind of annoys me. Standard History Chapter 1, Sword Dancing! On the way to Grand Orc Stock, I stopped at a checkpoint set up in the Grand Plains. However, by showing off a sword dance amidst a troupe of traveling performers, he's allowed through. AKA Stock shakes that thing.
Did you see the look on that soldier's face? I nearly burst out laughing. You're full of surprises, Stock. What other talents do you have?
Truly, it was a remarkable
So I
display
think
of
this is all the
swordsmanship.
same.
Should you ever find yourself in need of employment, please.
Yeah!
Then again, I can't imagine one so skilled having... Now then, we should be going. We plan to head west, toward an open area we all... Would you consider staying the night with? We have superb tents. You'll
No,
sleep in perfect
because you're gonna make me gather firewood and fight a boar. I will not.
Why not, Stock? The job doesn't begin until tomorrow anyway.
Stock don't wanna.
Sounds good. I'm sorry if it puts you out, but we'll
Stock
stay.
hate boar. Stock not fight boar.
Ah, we meet again. Although, I don't remember your name.
Yeah, her just showing up so randomly is kind of weird.
Wait a tick. I never asked. Well then, why don't you introduce yourself?
It does have this lol so random feeling.
The name's Stock. I need to ask you something. You came from Granorg just now, didn't you?
That's correct. But what of it?
I don't understand. How did you get there before we did?
An astute observation, Stock. You get extra credit for that. To answer your question, it's a lost art of the fallen empire. Aren't you able to do the same?
I'm not.
Huh. There goes my hypothesis. Are their properties different? But it has to be him.
Huh?
Won't you accept this?
Mysterious prism?
What is it?
That's a secret for now. But I predict it'll come in handy. You'll know when the prism reacts. As for now, I really must be off. I'll see you next time, Stock. Oh, and don't even think about throwing it away. I'll give you a century of detention if you do.
How is this going to help me?
What's up, Stock? You know her?
No, not really. Anyway, we should be going.
Standard History Chapter 1, An Ancient City. After crossing the Grand Plains with Ott and the others, Stock finally arrives at Granorg.
Why so shy, Ott? Is it because Stock's with us?
Nuh-uh.
Well, Stock, it looks like we part ways here. Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
Unlikely.
Perhaps.
We'll be working in the city for a while, so drop by sometime.
No. You're gonna give me a stupid quest.
For you, free admission.
I mean, it's not really, it's just the fact that it's, you wanted me to remember about it 20 hours later. And you have to get in this one random place where, of course, Lisa's just randomly in the forest.
All right.
Nowhere near where she actually lives.
Hey, Ott, isn't there something you want to say?
What's the matter?
I don't want to say goodbye to Stock. Ott.
Odd. Stock has a job to do.
Yep, gotta kill the princess. We will not regret this.
You shouldn't disturb him.
Besides, we'll be in the same... You'll see him again.
No.
Odd.
Oh, child. What are we gonna do with you?
My apologies, Stock. She'll be all right. We'll be on our way now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much all the same.
Well, now that we're on our own again...
I'm just kind of like
The agent's supposed to be at the
semi-skipping
square in
it.
the commercial district, which is, toward the castle on this path, and then...
Let's go. What? The prism is shining?
Perhaps it's reacting to the node! A historian named Nemesia, her mysterious prism, and its reaction to the node. What does it all mean? Just what is this new possibility awaiting Stock? The possibility to have an ending that's not as bad. Possibly. I mean, I don't know, the ending's not bad, it's just kind of generic. With the exception of the vignettes, which I really liked. With the exception of the one vignette that I didn't like. But, alright, so I guess this is gonna be a new video. Because I don't really know, because I stopped the video after we died to the boss. But I think we're gonna have started a new video once we started all this. We should only be about 20 minutes in, so I guess we'll keep going. Well, I need to look at something real quick, though. Okay, we're good. I just was checking to make sure that the video for today was scheduled correctly. So my H Pizzle, it's very sick.
Wanna buy some?
Did we get any money for beating the final? Nope. Okay. Prison's reacting straight. Oh, okay. What up, you twerps?
Everything seems normal here. Hey, you two.
Well, as normal as it
Do you
gets.
recognize this?
Oh my. Well, where did you get that, Stock?
From a woman named Nemesia. Do you know why the node might be causing it to shine?
Lipti, could it be?
Yes.
So you know something of it then? Hmm? What the?
Oh.
As
Goodbye.
I thought, a time warp.
He did speak of Nemesia.
And he had that prism. There is no further room for doubt. It has to be her.
So, she's finally seized a possibility.
Yes, it seems she has placed her trust in Stock's potential, just as we have.
It is time for the door of possibilities to be opened.
Where he goes from here will be up to him.
Hey, why didn't you ever mention it the first time? Shut up! Possible history, Nemesia. Okay. Oh, it's a boat. I mean, she's on a boat in the anime cutscene. Because I do remember saying something about
on a ship?
in the first video about an airship, and then my ass never got an airship.
What in the world is going on? Is Nemesia's prism the cause of all this?
The sand, it's so wet!
What a surreal situation. Well, no matter. I should try to learn more about this ship for now.
A vast sea has been added to the White Chronicle. You are still at 1 HP. Eat shit. They said there'd be no combat.
This must be a compass.
Now, I don't know how long
It
that
looks
lasts.
just like it did in my texts. This type of boat seems familiar too. I believe they called it a paddle steamer. But there are no ships like this that call Vancour their home. What's going on here?
Well, yeah, it turns out the other continent's just 1 day's voyage away, and it's perfectly fine over there.
Welcome aboard, Stock.
Nemesia? How long have you been standing there? Actually, there's something I want to know first. Is this ship yours?
Correct. Her name's the Dunamis. Beautiful ship, isn't she? But enough about that. You might be tardy, but you made it, just as I expected.
Every time you make a school pun, I want to flick you in the forehead. Okay, that's the new rule.
You mean to say you knew I would be coming here?
Now, let's see if you did your homework. You know the lost civilization I'm researching?
I don't know what that sounded like on the mic, but I flicked it. That's me, metaphysically flicking her on the head.
The Empire fell a long time ago, but there's more to it than the history books are letting on. And that's why I need your help.
Hence why you brought me here. I don't understand, though. Why me, of all people?
Only you have the power. Anyway, the reason I'm studying the past is to save the future.
What do you mean, save the future? Explain yourself.
So, I finally piqued your intellectual curiosity, hmm?
Just get on with it already.
That's what I'm talking about. You know by now that this continent is slowly turning into a desert. At this rate, it'll all turn to sand. Life itself will perish. But what you may not know is that the desertification all started with the Empire.
Lipti and Tio mentioned the desertification as well. Perhaps I can bring it to a halt with Nemesia's help.
The key to solving this riddle is a set of relics known as artifacts. According to an old tome I read, they have the power to suppress the impending desertification.
I see. Your aim, then, is to gather these artifacts, yes?
Bingo. But doing so is simpler in theory than in practice. To gather these artifacts, I'll need to go to faraway places. I can't do it alone. Please, Stock. Lend me your strength.
Well, I got nothing to lose here. I can always come back to the White Chronicle after all.
All right. I'll do it.
Thanks. You get full points for participation. Currently, I know the location of one such artifact. Your assignment is to obtain it.
Hold on. I should probably return your compass to you before we get underway.
Oh, I was so engrossed in our lesson that I totally forgot. I can't believe I left something this important lying around. That's a big no-no.
Just be happy it found its way back safely. Anyway, shall I talk to you once I'm ready?
Correct. There's no due date, so take your time preparing.
The Dunamis has been added as a node. You're doing this.
Well then, let's begin.
What? Quests from Nemesia will be listed in a special menu. There is only one available right now, but more will appear as you progress through the story that you've already done. First, accept a quest, select surprise attack, and select the A button. I don't want to do a surprise
Then
attack.
let me know when you're...
My ass has 1 HP. I'm going to Historia. I'm going back to the Beastmen, man. The possible stories involving the possible histories will be recorded here. I kind of missed the first line because I hit the left stick to try and move it around, and as we've gone over, the left stick advances dialogue. Switch between the front and back sides, press the Y button. Okay, that's cool and all, but like, okay, so I guess that answers the question. So the alt stuff is their own thing. So there's 80 pages we're missing. More than I would have thought. But I mean, probably at least 20 of them are just bad ends. But frankly, the game does not meet you halfway when it comes to doing quests and stuff. What do I want to do? I want to go to somewhere I can sleep. Gafka! Buddy, my pal, my friend, my guy. Do you charge me money?
Indeed.
You don't.
Say.
Monkey men, best men?
Say.
We could teach you a skill, Gafka. Does that light your heart ablaze? Does that make you feel so good that you could potentially, maybe, possibly do some damage? And 270 max HP. Actually embarrassing. And I really noticed that their max HP is so low. I mean, Rosh and Gafka aren't so bad, but like Ott and Eric, I mean, Erica, holy hell, that's not, nah, you can't get away with that. Literally everything is gonna one-shot you. Okay, take me to, should I go see Nemesia? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well then. Ready for...
Now then, I take it this ship is going to carry us across the sea in search of artifacts, yes?
Not exactly, but I'll give you an A for effort. It's actually much more incredible than that. All right, close your eyes until I say it's okay.
Why?
Come on, just trust me and close your eyes. Hurry up already.
Hell no.
If you insist.
Okay, you can open them.
Incredible.
And there's no oxygen.
Each stone represents a world that has been or could be. A multiverse of possibilities.
Actually, there's only two
The artifacts
timelines.
we'll be hunting are somewhere in those worlds.
Only two timelines, you guys.
And this ship lets us explore their infinite potentialities.
So this is what you had in mind when you mentioned it was far more incredible than the sea.
Surprised? The Dunamis can navigate space and time itself. You're going to Alistel, albeit one that diverged in some way from the histories you know.
So once again, the Empire could literally control time, and they collapsed? How?
Therefore, people and places
Are they
may be
stupid?
different than you remember. So don't blow your cover, okay?
I've had extensive practice in that already.
Good. Then let's review today's lecture before you disembark. In the world you'll be exploring is an artifact, a relic created by Imperial sorcerers. It holds a clue to the mystery of the continent's destruction. So find the artifact and bring it back to me. Any questions?
How will I know when I've encountered the artifact?
An excellent question. The prism I gave you will take care of that.
Very well then.
Also, make sure you come back as soon as you get the artifact.
I will.
Possibilities await.
Well then, have a safe trip. Good luck to you.
Skirt? Space and time skirt? I mean, this seems neat. Hey, what up? It's your boy Stock. Need to be Sonia's medical office.
Hey, Stock. Have you given any thought to the SI restructure?
Thinking about it so hard I can't even begin to converse with you right now.
Pardon?
What? Did you forget our chat? I told you that once I became general, I'd pull some strings and make you head of the SI.
Okay, so we're like way in the future.
Remember? It's been a long road, but now that I'm finally here, we can make that happen.
You're the general?
Why are you so surprised? You were front and center back at my inauguration, weren't you?
Rossi, the general in this world. Suppose anything really is possible.
I know I'm not the most stately guy in town, but that hesitation still stings a little.
I mean, that was kind of fucked up. He threw some shade at you. Anything's possible, I guess.
My apologies. Well then, General Rosh, pray continue.
Pray continue. Oh god, we Dragon's Dogma 2 pilled. Prithee.
Hey, you don't need
Yawn
to address me like
chest.
Doesn't feel right coming from you. Wait, you're just pushing my buttons on purpose, aren't you?
Perhaps.
Jeez. Anyway, about the restructuring. The plan is to oust Heiss and reassign you to his post. Honestly, that man has raised a lot of red flags.
I don't know about that.
You're getting rid of Heiss? Sorry, but I can't agree to that without any further evidence.
Well, Heiss is rather accomplished, yes, but I just can't trust him.
I just have a feeling he wants to end the world.
Sonya's worried too. Even she thinks working under him is dangerous. Come on, Stock.
Now that you mention it, where is Sonya?
Well, she said she'd take care of some business.
I mean, he
on my
is the
back.
most obviously evil person
It's
out
taking her
there.
so long.
He's one of those that he's so obviously evil that you're like, well, I guess he can't be evil because they wouldn't be that obvious about it, would they? No, they would.
We should check up on her.
I hope we don't get surprise attacked. I sure hope we don't get surprise attacked. Busy, busy, busy. I should have shit on Rush to help hire more people to help around.
We've had a tight budget for thaw machines lately. Would you talk to that upstart General Roche for me? Get him to give us more funding. We've had a tight...
Indeed.
I heard someone you complaining that ever since becoming a General Rush has been coming home late. Is this supposed to be like in the way future? Like he's...
Yes.
This floor is off limits. It's not just like he's like a general at the start of the game.
Rush, Stock, what's going on? Why are you here?
You were taking a long while. Don't worry me so much.
You've become quite the worrywart ever since you became general.
I'm serious here. Associating with me paints a big target on your back.
Sure would
What's wrong?
suck if somebody were to attack you and then turn into sand. Some sort of surprise attack. Prism's reacting. That soldier must have an artifact. Anomaly! Eliminate!
Speak of the devil. Stock, lend me a hand.
Right.
You're being arrested for time crimes.
I want to help too!
One shot him.
Boom!
I thought maybe he'd be like scaled down for the start of the game and get turbo crushed. No, let's do it like this.
Here goes!
There!
How about this?
I didn't expect it to do a lot of damage. I expected it to do a hell of a lot more than that. No, I've been
help too.
not
Leave it
poisoned.
to me!
Just in case you don't kill.
Let's go!
Too slow.
Okay, so they have decent HP. They don't do any damage. I mean, presumably it's something you would do normally, like, halfway through the game, or like in chapter 2 or whatever.
Too slow.
But I don't really... I mean, I don't like the combat in this game. I mean, I like the mechanics, but the actual decisions in regard to how to create the combat systems, like the underlying numbers and everything and design, I'm not really a fan of. General Rush. You
You don't remember what you just did?
think he'd buy it? That's what I'd do if I ever tried to assassinate somebody. Yeah. Be like, oh, sorry. Must have been the devil made me do it. I picked up this piece of junk and then my memory's a blur. Could that be a side effect of the artifact's power?
We need to get you treated at once.
Well, you want to turn to sand? A red cog, red
So
cog.
this is an artifact. It seems my business is done here then.
we could do a little exploring. No!
Welcome back, Stalk. How'd it go? Did you find the artifact?
I did. This is it, right?
Hand it over, Red Cog!
Bingo! You've passed the first test with flying colors, Stalk.
200 Gs. HP and MP have been restored. Holy hell. They thought of everything.
So how was your first time in a potential world? Any thoughts?
General Roche was a surprise to say the least. He earned that promotion extraordinarily fast. Are all possible worlds like that?
There are as many possibilities as stars in the sky. Your friend won't be a general in all of them. Some details might overlap, but each world follows a different timeline from the others.
Huh.
However, we need more artifacts to stop the desert from growing.
Can't I just go to a world where the empire didn't collapse? And we don't need to do this shit?
The going will get tough, but you'll have to explore new worlds until you find
Just go
every
to a
last
world
one.
where they solved the desertification. Be like, hey, how'd you do that? Just asking, just wondering. Can I just borrow like a history book on like how we stopped the desert from killing us all? A history.
Understood. Now, do you have any inkling where the other artifacts could be hidden?
Because, I mean, at least they kind of had the whole, oh, with the White Chronicle, you can only go to places that you've been or whatever. But, like, if we can go to any potential world, I mean, I'm being facetious, but there is an element of, like, can't we just go to a world where the desert's not a problem and see what they did?
I'm still looking into that. Until then, it'll help if you visit me from time to time.
Very well. I'll be sure to check in with you every so often.
But no more frequent than that. Alright, so that's a good place to call it for our first... I don't know how we're going to do these naming-wise. I'm going to assume that there's basically going to be another real ending. And that can be our actual finale. So the last video will not have been the finale. It'll be like the fake finale. And I'm going to hope that there's like an actual real climax at the end of this that can be our true finale. So it seems like all of my criticisms of the game's story were understood, and maybe they at least attempted to fix them in this alt stuff, which is cool. And maybe I would have felt better about the game's story if we had seen this stuff from the start. I don't think that doesn't invalidate any of my criticisms of the game's story, at least not to me. I mean, you don't have to agree with them, but it does make me feel a little bit better that it seems like even they realized that, hey, we kind of fucked up with this Empire thing, not exploring it at all. So I'm interested. I'm hoping this will be interesting. And I feel pretty good about the game right now. Like, honestly, the vignettes at the end did do a really good job of, like rehabilitating my mood after the kind of meh normal ending. Which, I mean, it's not bad, it's just, I don't know, it just feels unsatisfying. Because even with them being like, oh, maybe they'll stop the desertification in the future, like, I don't know. I like the idea of it being maybe the entire bloodline has to die. So it's like you still get to have the like bittersweet ending, which I like. I mean, for reference, I prefer sad endings over happy endings, usually. But I don't like endings that feel kind of pointless. And that in the regular ending feels kind of pointless. Like you don't really solve anything. You just kind of kick the can down the road, which is what people have been doing for like the last in-game century. So having it be a situation where the game ended by like the cycle's actually broken, but it did take a big cost, I would have preferred that over Stock dies like he was supposed to. The end. But alright. Plus, maybe there doesn't seem like there'll actually be any real combat, or like, we'll be over-leveled for most of this combat, so we don't have to worry about that stuff. I mean, it'll be kind of boring, but... which is also a crime. You know, that's kind of the other side of like, if we had lowered the difficulty or something, then the combat would be really boring, which is its own, like, issue that's just as bad as, like, the combat being badly balanced. But alrighty, we'll call it here. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.